everyone. Happy Monday. Happy start of a brand new week. As you're coming in, if you could all just say hi, give some love, let me know that you're here. Happy Monday. All right. So this morning we're talking about profit flow, looking at how we can grow our income and our profits in our business using feminine energy, my favorite topic of the month. So, hey, all of you joining on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all the places. Hey, Ebony. Hey, Leslie. All right, ladies. So let's tap into our feminine energy and have this conversation. Again, I'm just going to remind you because, hey, Beth, I see a couple just joining. Let me remove this. Here we go. All right. So 3 ways to maximize your profit and your income using feminine energy. One of the reasons why I keep having this conversation is that I know for so many women, it's this feeling of I might not be safe in the feminine running my business. I might not be, might not be okay to be in my feminine and expect to be competitive or expect to be profitable or even have my dream income, because we have kind of had this idea that to be in our feminine is to be weak, is to not be competitive. It's like it's not going to give us an edge. And call it what it will. We've just been cultured that the way to succeed is to operate in the masculine. And so I'm really excited to bring this conversation repeatedly that yes, you can not only succeed, you can thrive, you can make more money than ever if you tap more into your feminine energy. And I'm going to say this till you're like, Tasha, we've heard it a million times, but everything is shifting. Energy, consciousness, we are evolving. The entire humanity, the plane of existence has shifted, right? We are not, like I said last week, we're not changing. Everything has changed, and I love it because we are going more into all of the elements that causes the feminine to rise, to be powerful, and to succeed. All right, so I'm going to jump real quick. Make sure you have your pen and paper. I'm going to tell you 3 ways, and actually a bonus way, that you can make more money, you can profit, you can succeed on your terms by tapping into your feminine energy. Number 1, and I've been saying, like, listen, we're going into new wealth codes now. Everything about how we achieved wealth in the past 50 years has changed. Not changing, has changed. And the codes, right, the spiritual and energetic and consciousness level codes for creating wealth, it's all new. And so make sure that you keep hearing this. You right, Ingrid's like, I'm ready for it. Make sure that you keep hearing this. You keep doing all of the things that are in the feminine. So feminine code number 1 is that pleasure is going to become more profitable than ever. What does that have to do with you and your business? You want to be looking at what are the things in my business that I can simplify? What are the offers, the systems, the way I go about business that does not make me feel pleasure? And you want to minimize or eliminate. You want to be really looking at your business with new eyes and asking, what lights me up? Because when I tell you that everything that used to work, that caused you agony, pain, out of alignment is going to fall by the wayside, you are going to start to see it and you're going to be like, Tasha told me this. So I'm telling you, tap into pleasure, feminine pleasure. Not like I get pride because I'm working hard, but when I look at my business, what are the things that really allow me to have joy, fun, softness, excitement, like brings my best energy, is the most pleasurable for me. And when you tap into that aspect of your business, it's going to double, triple, increase your profits. Now, let's just talk about this from an energetic place. In the past, it didn't matter what we did to make money as long as we were making money. And we did a lot of things that were out of alignment, but we made money and it was all good. I'm telling you that now you are going to be able to use the things that bring you pleasure to make even more money, because consciousness has shifted, and things that are not joyous are just not going to get your best energy anymore. We're exhausted from all the doing. Is it just me? Like, we are exhausted from the doing, the trying, the being in the masculine. And now everything about the energetic landscape is, does it make you feel happy? Does it make you feel full? Does it bring you joy? And we're actually being pushed, for want of a better word, we're being pushed energetically to follow pleasure. Amen. Can I get an amen? Like, finally, thank you for giving me permission to be in my feminine and to do the things in business that bring me joy. Like, all of God, universe, source is forcing our hands right now to tap into pleasure. So everybody that's on here, like, amen. Everybody that's on here, jump in the chat and let me know, like, pleasure equals profit. Pleasure equals profit. That is the new wealth code. And the more pleasure you start having in whatever it is that you're doing in business, watch, that's where your profits are going to flow. So that is number one. I don't see you all, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, pleasure equals profit. Everybody, go ahead, jump in the chat, type pleasure. Thank you, Tavia. Tavia. Pleasure equals profits. Yes. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, feminine wealth code is all around self-honoring, self-love, self-respect with your business. You want to multiply your profits. You have to step into that feminine energy of, no more am I going to put everything and everybody before me in my business or with the income from my business. I'm not putting the money back in my business to grow it. I'm not using it to take care of everything else in the business, and there's nothing left for me. You want to double, triple, quadruple your profits? Let your business know that. It is very feminine to self-honor, to self-love with regards to your business. So what does that look like? You're being called. We are all being called to pay ourselves first. This has been, like, a standard in business for a while. Not so much. All of the guys took that train and left the station with it. Women, we've been kind of slow to follow this trend. Why? Because we in the feminine have been cultured to take care of everybody first. And so you do it with people, but also in our business, that's what we do too, right? Let me pay everything else. Let me, take care of all of the systems, all of the things in my business, all the money I make, let me put it back in the business. It's the same energy that we do with our family, with our friends, with everybody that needs us. And then we put ourselves last. Well, the way things are shifting, if you want to multiply your profit, you are going to have to demonstrate it. You're going to have to stand for it. You're going to have to, every dollar that comes into your business, take an amount out and start to pay yourself. I am telling you, and there's several goddesses on here that can attest to this. This is something that you want to train your business to do for you. If you're not doing that in your business, then you just have a hobby, right? You are doing what you do everywhere else, and you are working for your business. So I have a philosophy about being in business that ever since I started this years ago. And when I first started this, my first profit that I deposited into a profit account was $70. And it has grown and multiplied because I have shown my business, your purpose here is to be one of the channels of wealth that God, universe, source uses to bless my life financially. And so I have to train my business in that way. Otherwise, if I don't use it to pay myself, I'm telling my business, you have just been added to the long list of things in my life that I am working to support, to fit, to pay into, right? So here we go. Pay yourself first. So feminine code number one, you want to multiply your profit. You want to multiply your income and your profit is self-love equals paying myself first. Everybody, self-love equals paying myself first. Self-love. Thanks, Suzanne. Self-love equals, Deanna says, I'm giving myself a raise. Self-love equals paying myself first. So that's number 2. Pay myself first. Self-love. Really stepping into the feminine. I'm going to honor myself. I'm going to nurture myself. I'm going to tell my business your purpose is to, provide for me financially. I'm going to let it be known and be really clear about that business. That's why you're here. Right? Self-love equals paying myself first. It is very feminine. It is very feminine to tell the masculine structures in your life, one of which is your business. Your purpose is to provide for me, right? Self-love equals, there we go. Okay, so now feminine wealth code number 3. And this is the third way to multiply your profit. Again, with all of the things that have changed, this is the direction that we're going in. Okay? You are going to be demanded to follow your intuition and your creativity more than ever in your business. What do I mean? Okay, so I'm going to give you the perfect example. I was getting ready to put together some content for something that I want to do in the future, right? And so I got my notebook from an event I went to recently where I had all of everything that was said on stage. I literally wrote every word. I'm a massive note taker. So I wrote every single word down, word for word, came home, getting ready to put this thing together, opened up the note, brought the notebook with me to the hair salon. I'm like, all right, I'm going to work on this today. Guess what? Water in my bag, drained all over the notebook, and every single thing that was in there gone. And I was like, I can't wait to come and tell you all this, because this is what I mean. Where our hands are going to be forced. You are going to, be led to systems falling apart, things like not working, because it is driving us to follow your intuition, listen to your creative nudges. Do not try to go back to what has worked. When I tell you, in my business, everywhere I turn my head, it is happening right now. It is so interesting. And I'm just totally surrendered. I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm listening to my intuition. And sometimes it's because I haven't listened to my intuition, that the things that I've relied on, right, like going back to my notes, is the scapegoat for, but Tasha, your intuition, your creative nudge has said, go in this direction, but you want to go back, right? And so it's not working. I want to ask you this morning, what is your intuition leading you to create, and are you following through? What is it leading you to create? And if you want to increase your profit, you want to increase your income, you want to pay attention to the thing that your intuition is serving up, the creative nudges that you are getting. What should you be creating in your business that will have the highest value? It will serve up the highest version of you right now at the highest value. So the highest value to those that you're here to serve, in whatever capacity that looks like, whether you're in a job or a business. It will also force you to rise to the highest version of you. That's exactly what's happening. Like, I saw the notebook, just everything gone. And I sat there and I really had to step into highest version Tasha to not have a total meltdown and just accept, okay, I hear you. So we are going to be called to be the highest version of ourselves, offering the highest value, and then to price it accordingly. If you want to increase your income, this is the time. And I'm not saying price it accordingly, make it $1 million. I'm saying follow your intuition, even with the pricing. Follow your intuition, because sometimes it might be $1 million, sometimes it might not be, but it's going to be whatever your intuition says right now. Do not follow the structures and all of the things that's worked with pricing. Go within and ask yourself, what back to pleasure, what feels good for me? What is my intuition saying that I should be pricing right now? Okay, so ooh, I love that. There you go. Barbara is saying she's gotten an intuitive nudge. So create whatever your intuition is guiding you to do, price it according to your intuition, and then you have to let the world know that this thing has come through you. You have to put it out there. You want to increase your profits. People have to know that the highest version of you is ready to serve them, offer the highest value, and they get a chance to say yes so you can receive income for it, right? So that's number 3. Okay. So wealth code. My intuition equals profits. Or another way to say that is my intuition is my profit center. My intuition is my profit center. Can you all type that? My intuition is my profit center. Right now, that's where energetically things are going. My intuition, your highest and most prized feminine asset is your intuition. We know about women's intuition. Our brain is wired differently than men for the purposes of heightened intuition. Like, it is biologically the scientific fact that our brain, the part of our brain that allows in access to intuitive guidance and intuitive nudges, is different in a woman than in a man. That's why we've just grown up here in women's intuition. Why? Because our brains are wired to have more intuition. What is intuition? Divine guidance, divine knowing. We have more access to that than men do, right? So your intuition right now is your profit center. Okay. Bonus wealth code, bonus feminine wealth code is ease. This is the time and the era. I've been talking about wealth with ease. I've been at this for 2-3 years. I shifted from money attraction to wealth with ease. I've known that this is where we were going. For 3 years, I've been guiding you, like, step more into ease. Abandon things that are hustle and hard, because the change is coming and the change is here. We're stepping into an era where, to be profitable, hard work is not going to take you there. Not anymore. It's not. We are being called to what is easy. So how do you do that in your business? Increase your income and increase your profits. For me, there are lots of ways. For me, I look at this as creating a channel in my business to have recurring revenue, so that I don't start every month with, okay, how am I going to make money this month? So I want to encourage you that figure out what will create revenue with ease in your business and implement it. And one of the easiest ways is to have recurring revenue, right? Hey, Jackie, my intuition is my profit center. I love it. Abandon hustle. So there you have it. I gave you 3 plus a bonus one this morning, 3 different ways. So which one has been your favorite? Which of the 3? Pleasure, number 1. More pleasure equals profit. Number 2, paying yourself first, really self-loving and self-honoring yourself. Number 3, following your intuition more and your creative nudges. Which one has been your favorite one? Hey, Lashina. And then the bonus one is really looking at how can you create more ease in your business. Let me know in the comments. Blow me up. Which one has been your favorite of the 4 that I shared this morning? And then I'm going to give you an affirmation, all of them, but pleasure really resonates. I love that. Thanks, Jenny. So I'm going to give you an affirmation and a journal prompt and let you go. Yay! Marcia says number 3. I really love following my intuition and creative nudges. I love it. Okay. So an affirmation for every woman watching this morning, just grab your journal. This is an affirmation to really step into using your feminine energy to increase profits. I allow myself to receive, and the energy that we're activating, the feminine energy, is receiving, receptivity. I allow myself to receive a highly profitable business. I allow myself to receive a highly profitable business. That is your affirmation that I'm leaving you with. And then the journal prompt would be, how can I become more self-honoring in my business? How can I become more self-honoring in my business, more self-loving in my business? And I know that the example I gave you was paying yourself first. But actually, when you do this journal prompt, I want you to challenge yourself in terms of, how can I honor my intuition more? That is self-honoring and self-loving. How can I honor myself more in my business, especially how can I honor my intuition and my creative nudges? All right. So there you go. I allow myself to receive a highly profitable business. And how can I? It's a question you're prompting your higher self to answer, help you answer. How can I become more self-honoring in my business? Well, I love you all. P.S. How can I forget? As you know, I've been cooking something up. And so I kind of, shared, pulled the screen back last week a little bit and shared with you. So I have decided I'm fully committed. May 1st, Thursday, May 1st, I'm going to be doing a masterclass. And my intuition is saying right now, what I want to just pour into all of you are the spiritual practices that allow our businesses to grow no matter what. Every single time you get the same result. What are the 3 spiritual practices that will always, doesn't matter who's president, what's going on in the economy, nothing about the outside world matters, because manifesting does not respond to external activities. These are spiritual practices that always worked. They have always worked for me, have always worked across the ages, will always work. So what are these spiritual practices? I'm going to be doing a masterclass May 1st, Thursday, May 1st at 12 Eastern. And then we're going to have a VIP session where I'm going to do a lot more recalibrating, live Q&As, a lot of, just go overboard with the VIP the next day, Friday. If you want to be on the wait list, go ahead in the comments, type the word code, and check your DMs. You will be added. You have to follow the prompts, and then you're going to be added to the wait list to get all of the information. I'm dropping the details next week, but get yourself on the wait list and mark your calendars off for Thursday, the 1st of May, and Friday, the 2nd is going to be our VIP session. All right. Well, I'll see you all. Have a great Monday. Bye, everyone.